This would be a great one for me. Oh, there's freaking water in there. I did not know that. I just was like joking with it. Like, nobody's going to drink that, right? Anyway, but it's the right angle. Like, it's the right way for me.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Spencer.
I'm Lance.
And we are
in the garage.
We are so good at that.
Dude, we're on it now.
It only took like 15, 20 episodes.
Whatever one we're on. This is the one.
I don't know how many we're on.
Happy Good Friday, everybody.
Yeah, it is Good Friday. Lance is dressed like a...
As my niece calls me, she calls me Easter boy.
Would you like to explain your outfit of what?
Yeah, I just came from work.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And what time is it?
It's late. It's like 9:30 or something. It's pretty late.
Busy day.
Yep.
Busy day. And he's got to go places after this, but he won't tell me where.
Yep. Got plans.
He's got plans.
Big plans.
He's got to get in the house before his wife goes to sleep. All right.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
Anyways,
okay.
Tonight, I kind of let Lance take the lead on this bad boy. He had an idea. I'm going to let him run with it and teach you guys.
Yeah, hard-hitting topic. It is called how to sell your car the right way.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Have you ever sold any the wrong way?
I have sold some the wrong way.
All right. Have I ever sold any the wrong way?
Yes, you have.
I've sold a fair amount of cars.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. There's things. Let's just start off with the car itself. Okay. The best thing you can do to sell your car is to make the car presentable. Okay. You leave your junk all through the car. You leave it dirty. You don't clean it up, wash it, things like that. You got no chance. And the thing is, well, I don't want to say no chance, but you got very, very little chance. It's going to be hard to sell. But the biggest thing is the actual details. I am telling you, I am a sucker for a clean engine bay. I'm a sucker for a clean door jamb. You might not think about it, but you open those door jambs and it's all like dirty and dusty and things like that around the door jambs. Huge difference. And I am a sucker for a really clean dash console area. I'm talking like whether you got to use a toothbrush to get the dirt in between the nooks and crannies or whatever. Like if you sit in a car and it has a clean dash and you enter it through a clean sill and then you pop the hood and it's a clean under hood experience, that car is a car that speaks to you. So
you pay for a detail?
I do it myself.
You think you get the money back? I mean, I don't know what a detail is. How much is a detail? $150?
Yeah, I think it would depend on the car you're selling. $500 car, just put your own elbow grease into it. But $20,000 car, yeah, I think I would.
$5,000 car. You spend the $150 on the detail?
It just depends on the quality of the detail. I've had a few detailers I've used in the past. I don't usually use them, but I had used them, and I actually had to show them what I needed done because they truly had no idea. The biggest thing, I can remember this one like clear as day. Not cleaning the engine bay. Like a full $200 detail, and it got done, and they go, well, I never clean the engine bay. They never clean the covers around. And literally, those engine bay nooks and crannies, like the hinge area up around the edge of the hood, all that stuff, it matters. When you open a trunk or open a rear hatch, all the places where the water drains down the edge of the hatch and all that, if it has leaves and dirt and stuff built up in there, forget it. It looks like crap.
Now, so because I think people obviously know that like you want a clean car for your pictures. Like I think that's pretty basic advice. Is there anything with that? So engine is great.
Yeah.
Do you look in depth? Like if you're looking at a car for sale, like do you care whether like open up the center console and it's got change in the bottom, or you like it empty? Like do you?
It should be empty. But whenever I look at a car, I overlook all that stuff and I get ready to make a lower offer.
Okay. All right. So you think, so for yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably where the $200 or $150 detail might be worth it.
Might be worth it.
Right there.
Anyway, the other thing, my detailer guy that like I kind of had to straighten him out on, he would just take his squirt bottle and spray it directly on the dash. But like that was like a greasy Armor All type product that would just overspray all over the inside of the windshield.
That's common, man.
Okay, but that's not the way to do it.
Yeah.
Like I mean, if you're going to try to do that, you got to aim your bottle like downward and get like the front edge of the dash, then let your rag do all the work, or spray straight in your rag.
You want to give them your secret for a clean interior in a hurry?
Soapy water, just a big rag of some sort, like not microfiber, but like just like a terry towel type thing, and just drenched in water and soap, and just scrub the whole thing down, then come back with like a moist one, wipe it down one more time, come back with a dry one and finish it off.
It truly, now this is, I don't know, because like detailing guys, number one, you're insane. Okay, you're not like reasonable people. Respect for some of the stuff you can do, but you're not the average population. But I don't know whether that degrades the plastic or something, which is something that I think somebody's gonna say out there. But I can tell you, a shiny friggin' dash looks ridiculous.
You want it super shiny.
And soap and water does work really well.
Yeah,
it is as far as quick results, it's one of the best.
That like same rag that I just talked to you about, like if you have it just dripping with water and like Dawn soap or something like that, and you go up to your center console, like where your cup holders are, or like the change area, and you just kind of push that down into that hole, like just shove it into the cup holder and squish it till like there's a puddle of water down there.
You get the molasses syrup stuck coins out of the bottom.
Walk away for 5-10 minutes, come back, do one kind of little turn with that.
Show me again.
It's like this.
Okay.
I mean,
put your hand in that cup and show me.
And
there
a little
you
bit of
go.
that with the rag, and I'm telling you, you got a pretty much clean cup holder.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like it.
So,
I like it.
The details.
All right. So there's details. All right.
Okay.
What else? What else are we doing to get this thing sold?
Okay. We need pictures. Okay. Pictures are at. What's up?
All right. I got a story, guys. I have a question to ask.
Go ahead. Okay.
Do you list, like, even if they're nice looking photos, do you do these fully clothed or in your underwear?
I have at least one time done it in my underwear.
And does glass and chrome reflect the person taking the picture?
It does. It looks like you're sending unsolicited pictures to the whole internet.
And does your family and friends call and say, hey, you posted yourself in your underwear on Facebook Marketplace?
So yes, that can happen.
I'm just curious what happens. I don't know if this would be one of the things you recommend or not recommend.
I'm just going to throw a scenario out to you. Here's how it goes. You're in the middle of a very busy work day. You started the day in one outfit. You had to come home for lunch and change. And while you're waiting on your food, you've already undressed to get ready for the next outfit. And you have your food cooking for lunch. And you think, oh no, I needed to take pictures of that car. I'm going to run outside quick and do it. I live in a very rural area. Nobody's looking around as far as like from the woods or anything like that at me. So I'm safe to be out there in my boxers. And I took my cell phone and myself out to this vehicle. And I walked around the perimeter and took the pictures I'm describing here in just a moment, which ones you should also take, minus the naked man, and posted those bad boys on the internet later on that day. And apparently, the chrome piece on the back of a GMC Terrain shows my reflection in my boxers. So that's the deal.
All right. So just be mindful of that.
Yeah, be mindful of that.
Do we have those photos anywhere out there?
I hope not.
Send them over to me because I have something I need to clip into this video.
I hope not. But anyway, no, pictures.
Demonetized.
Pictures is all I was going to say. You need one from straight on the front. You need one from both the angles from the front. You need one straight down the side. You need one from both angles on the rear. You need one straight from the rear end. Okay. You don't need to put your thumb over your license plate. You don't need to put a cloth over your license plate. You don't need to put a license plate cover over your license plate. You don't need to do any of those things. Your vehicle is out there at every single parking lot and red light in the entire area.
Also, try to find someone's address from their license plate, just their license plate. You do that Google search. No, it can't be.
No, I mean through the DMV records.
Through the DMV, like the police state record system. Yeah. Yes, like it can be with my name. Right. Or whatever.
Yeah.
They can't find anything. You can look up that a plate matches a car. So if you were switching plates around, but I don't think people would be an issue with that. It would just be police.
What about the little Carfax thing they let you search by plate, and that would tell you, like, for example, like it would say this year, make and model, this VIN number, and it would say registered for the last 6 years in this town and this state. It would show that. They get you close. My point is, there's nothing to be afraid of because anybody can do it to you at any single place.
Yeah, and it's far more likely that if you're worried about someone seeing your car for sale online and coming and killing you, the person that you cut off in traffic
is more likely to kill you.
Is going to follow you home and do that if you're concerned about that. So
Yeah.
you're in the kind of category with detailers.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. So there's my next piece of advice. Get all those angles of photos. Make sure that the vehicle is well lit. Don't take them at night. Take them from far enough away. The entire vehicle's in the frame. Actually go into your photo editing software and crop them and actually put the car nicely framed. Same thing with the interior. Open all 4 doors. Take a picture inside of all 4 entry points. And then take one of the dash area. I recommend doing it while the odometer is showing. That way whenever you're listing your car later on, can't remember exactly how many miles it is, you can zoom into that photo and find it. And then take one under the hood, one in the rear hatch, the trunk area, and one of the VIN number along with the inspection sticker if you have that in your state to show that it's in inspection. That way people that do want to run a Carfax or something can see the full VIN number and they can see that the car's inspected. There's my photos.
All right, can I ask a question related to that? And maybe you're going to talk about this because I don't want to jump ahead of you. What about the videos? Because now on Facebook Marketplace, you can also put a video, and I actually kind of sometimes scroll past them.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, actually, that might be good information.
Yeah. The video, if you're going to do it, I'm not fully into it yet, but I don't think it hurts. It needs to be about under a minute, and it just needs to be no commentary really or anything like that. It just needs to be you kind of maybe engine running or starting the vehicle, and then kind of engine bay around the circle of the car, and then finish up. So just kind of a general overview of the vehicle.
Like it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. What else you got for me
right
here?
When you place the listing on Facebook, these are the different comments that you can ignore. This is not an inclusive list. You may find ones that we can add to this. I will not respond to is it available. Don't type those words. There's just no point. Okay? Don't type those words. Just start off with, this is the item I'm selling. Explain what the car is. Explain, the history of how long you've had it, things like that. Also, you don't need to put anything about, I will take this down when it is sold. Okay? That's a given. Just take it down when it's sold. You don't have to let anybody know that. Okay? So those are 2 things that you can take out of the listing on Facebook Marketplace.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. I had something I was going to say in that I actually had a legitimate question, and then now I forgot what it was. I might have to come back to it. Shoot, I don't know what it was. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Yeah, I had something there.
First sentence or 2 needs to have year, make, model. It needs to say engine size. It needs to say the transmission, if it's an automatic or manual. It needs to say what the miles are on it. And then you can go into whether it runs well, the good, the bad, things like that. And then probably the most critical thing to anything that title condition's good. I should add that.
Oh, clear title.
Yeah, it's good to say it's a clear title or it's an R title or it's a rebuilt title. R and rebuilt are sometimes used interchangeably, sometimes not. People sometimes think a salvage title is an R title and it's not. That's like a car that isn't legal for the road yet because it hasn't gone through its enhanced inspections and things like that. Put all that stuff on there. But then whenever people start writing to you and they say things like, is it available? You just say yes. And then you move on. Okay? And if...
What percentage of those is it availables, do people actually continue the conversation? I'm just curious in your experience.
Very few. Yeah. Very few. But a few do. And you might be shooting yourself in the foot as far as a possible sale. If people go into weird stuff like, can I do 13 monthly payments of an extra $150 a month or something like that, you just kind of have to move on. Say no thank you and move on. Be courteous. Provide your phone number. Like if you realize a conversation's starting to develop a little more and somebody just wants to talk, just give them your phone number. Take the phone call. Be reasonable. Set up a time that works for you and for them. Don't be difficult to schedule with. These are all important things.
Okay. All right. On that question, do you pay attention when you're buying something to the person's rating?
The buyer's rating. I do not.
See, I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
And actually, when I'm interacting with people, when I think it might not be, maybe this isn't part of your advice. It's just something I've thought about because I deal with lots of stuff on Facebook Marketplace, not just cars. And sometimes you can get with nasty people. I think I'm courteous most of the time, but sometimes I forget to respond to a message or something like that because a lot of the things I post have lots and lots of messages.
Right.
Okay. I'm very careful because you can only leave a rating after a certain amount of things. And I do look at the ratings, so I don't want my rating to be knocked down. So I will 100% admit if it is not one.
If it's not going well.
If it's not going well, or I just look at their profile and I'm like, I don't think this is good. I don't even respond because I don't want them. I don't want to respond to the 3 messages, or it's not very many. It's like, I think it's just a few back and forths. I mean, like, is this available? Yes. When can I come see it? Tuesday at 5. And then it's like, you can now rate each other. Yeah. And I am leery about when that happens because I'm like, I do look at the ratings because when someone has like 2, because I got like 5, and you, and I know you have, like, yours is pretty good too.
I'm 4.7.
You had like one guy, and I had one guy give me 3 stars a long time ago, and I still to this day have no idea what I sold the guy.
Yeah.
But my point is that's a thought that I have when I'm interacting with people because I do look at the ratings.
Yeah.
So
the guy that gave me the one, like 1 star or whatever was, and I tell almost all my buyers, if we get into any sort of conversation, I go, this thing is cash in hand first. Like, I don't do holds for people. If somebody's like, hey, it's 3:00 in the afternoon, I get off work at 5, and I have somebody that, checks with me at 4:00 and says, can I come right now? I might say to them, I have somebody at 5, and whatever. Well, but I don't go crazy with that. Like, everybody understands that the first person there with cash is the person. The only
thing I would add to that is I've been a victim of this on a few occasions where I drove a far distance and someone else was already there. Like, they scheduled like both of us at the same time.
Right.
I don't care for that. I'm all for you. I don't hold it.
Yeah.
But if someone is actively on their way and they haven't screwed me around before and things like that, I don't know if I'm holding it for them. I guess I am.
Yeah.
But most of the time people can't get there in time. But I'm not like, I do not like the ones where it's like 4:00 tomorrow and you get there. And I've had ones with like 3 or 4 people there because like, well, I just scheduled everybody at the same time. Yeah. And I'm like, I wouldn't even come.
Right.
I wouldn't even come because I was planning on lowballing you, which is probably why people do it. Now maybe on the selling side, maybe that's smart. I don't know. But I hate it as a buyer, and it pretty much I just walk away.
We've talked about trying to sell your car on this video.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to go too far in the weeds with the buying stuff, but I will tell you that the one that has driven me nuts, there's been times I've seen a deal that I was very much interested in, and I just wrote to the person and said, hey, I saw you just listed this. I will be the very first person to come see this. Like, if you tell me, like let's say this is 5 p.m., I'm writing them. Yep. If you tell me the soonest you can meet is at 5:15 and I realistically can drive there, you're only 15 minutes away, I will be there. Please tell me the very first time that you are available. And they'll write back something like, well, I work every day and I don't get off till 3:00 tomorrow or something like that. And I'll say, okay, will 3:05 work for you? And they'll go, yep, let's do that. And then 10 a.m. the next morning before this 3:05 time slot, I see the thing marked as sold. And I write them and go, oh, did you just get too many messages and you just marked it as sold because you knew I was coming at 3:05 and I was super serious and you just want to stop taking messages? They go, no, somebody came at 7 a.m. this morning and bought it and I marked it as sold. The answer to the question should have been not 3:05. It should have been 7 a.m. If you could meet at 7 a.m.
I don't think you're off topic at all. I think this is good advice for people who are selling their car.
But anyway.
I mean, you got to weed out the people who are, or you got to weed out the people who aren't serious and figure out who are. Yeah. Which actually becomes, they'll all get you sometimes. But you, once you do this for a little while, you're kind of like, if you get a bad feeling on one, there's a reason you got a bad feeling.
I can tell you that I have bought so many things that I did not want to buy 100% on my word.
Oh, yeah.
It looked like it was a good deal. I said, is there anything wrong with it? Whatever. And they go, no, it's fine. And I go, okay, I will be there tomorrow with the $1,000 at 5 o'clock. And I pull in at 5 o'clock with the $1,000 and I look at around it and I'm like, you know what? This isn't really what you said it was or whatever, but I did give you my word that I'd be here and here's your $1,000 and I take it. And then I just try to see if I can get my 1,000 back somehow, another sale. When I say I'm going to do it, like that's the deal. So
fair enough.
Yep.
All right. I like it.
Yep.
What else are we doing to get these things sold?
Respond to messages.
How do you deal with pricing? What do you do?
Yeah, pricing. Okay. So I sell a lot of R title stuff. My R title stuff is pretty much KBB trade-in for that model, in good condition, plus $500. That's basically where I am on price. And whenever I'm selling something that's a clean title vehicle, it's pretty much KBB private party, maybe minus $500. That kind of puts it right at the the sweet spot as far.
I do always try to go under KBB.
Yeah.
I don't find. I mean, it might be accurate, but I don't.
Yeah.
The issue is I feel like people want a deal.
Yeah.
And generally, I bought the cars if I'm a flip one, where the KBB is kind of irrelevant. But the price I paid for a car, that would be a good one for selling. The price you paid for the car is completely irrelevant to what the car will sell for on both sides. That's the good news. Yeah. It could be that you're making a ton of money and whatever. The other one is, I can't lose money on this car. Like, well,
sometimes
you might have to. Yeah. And that happens. And that's if you're flipping, not just so much, but that's one that people get hung up on, and myself included, when I've made a bad buy a few times. And you're like, I worked on this thing and for 2 weeks rebuilding it on our side of things with rebuilds. And you look at your receipts and then you're like, all right, let me plug that bad boy into KBB to do your math or whatever. And you're like, we're going to lose money on this.
I will say,
did that for free.
One of the things that doesn't matter as far as price, I mean, to a certain extent, is there's very little, like when you just listen to what I just described to you as far as how to sell a car, now go through Facebook Marketplace. Take a look at the details in the Facebook listing. Take a look at the photos they put up. Take a look at the things they wrote in their description, the way they wrote back to you, things like that. The reason that the price negotiations are such a big factor in those is because they can be. You actually have room to negotiate and talk with them and things like that. When you are selling a car that is as clean, with as nice of photos as I'm talking about, with you being a kind person and actually like answering their questions and being reasonable and explaining all of the ins and outs of how it works. I explain infotainment systems and how to sync your phone and all these things to my customers all the time. And you do those things and the price doesn't matter. They just want a good buying experience. They want to be able to come and find a car that is exactly like what was represented in the photo and be happy with their purchase.
I just thought of something big. Okay. And it's included kind of with that, but it's going to go back to the photos.
Okay.
Where your photos are taken.
Yes.
This is going to sound, I'm going to try to say this is nice, like, take it to a empty parking lot. I don't even like it. Number one, if you're just a private seller, like we are.
We are, yeah. I don't sell a lot of cars.
Don't go to a parking lot where there's cars next to it, where I have to look and go, am I buying from a dealer here? I'm not even sure. Because I've 100% been duped. I don't even know if dupe's the right thing. Yeah. But I was under the impression that I would have thought I was buying from a private seller. And I get there and I'm like, son of a gun, it's a dealer. Yeah. All right. Which sometimes there's just fees and, whatever. Which I've had good and bad buying experiences with dealers and private sellers. It's not that big of a deal. The other one is just the area, the town that you're in, things like that. It matters
apart
for the value and the quality of car that is perceived.
Yeah.
Whether true or not, and you're good or bad, that is the truth.
Right. A park, a school, a bank, like, if you get them after hours or something like that to be in front of a nice bank or something like that, those are good spots to take a photo. Yeah, totally. If people see...
Church parking lot's kind of the
cream of the crop?
Yeah.
Yeah, like shows...
I also wouldn't do it at the car wash with the car still wet.
Oh, yeah.
Even if the pictures are great.
No, car needs dried off. Yeah, that's another thing. You just cleaned it up.
Well, even just like sometimes like it's still wet the whole way around the car or at the car wash. And I'm like, well, obviously this car doesn't show like this.
Right.
You just washed it. Like, I know we keep going back to photos, but I just thought about that.
Yeah. That's the deal. Deliver a good product and be a reasonable person and be a kind person, and it makes all the difference.
Also, good advice for life.
Yeah.
This is the life, you know, this is the motivational channel now or something. I don't know. Or advice.
Yeah. How does this all make you feel? Like, I mean, put your feelings in the comments and we'll let you know.
Yeah. The other one is people are idiots. I mean, now I just did the whole nice thing, but no, when you're dealing on Facebook Marketplace, you have to deal with about 90% are going to be rough interactions. You're going to get a lot of people that want to trade. You ever trade?
I don't trade much.
Trading sucks. It rarely does it work out for
I've never had anybody offer me like a good trade.
It's rare. I've heard. I always hear about it from like other people, you know, from a distance. But it happens where it's okay. But it's so rare that there's two things that really you can truly equate the value accurately to, and where everybody feels like they're coming out okay.
I traded that Camaro for that purple truck.
And that did kind of work
turned out okay.
For you. Yeah,
that turned out okay. And I traded
skid loaders, right?
Skid loaders, yeah, that one turned out okay.
Maybe I don't know.
No, but those are only.
but it's messy.
Yeah,
that's the thing. We broke down in the purple truck. On the way home. It's a messy thing.
Somehow I got a motorcycle once. Do you remember that red motorcycle I got?
You did get a motorcycle.
But I don't know what I sold.
Or I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you either. Anyway.
I think just think through a little bit. Is that you know?
Yeah. Think what you'd like to see when you scroll through a Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Oh, actually I have one other thing I thought about.
Sure.
Well, Carvana, an Auto Trader, all of them now have sell your car options. What are your thoughts on those? Or trade-ins. Trade-ins too. You know, I'm lumping a bunch of things together.
Carvana and stuff does trade-in at the same value as the sale. Like they give you, if they say they'll give you $2,000 for your car, they give you $2,000 cash or they give you $2,000 off your purchase. It doesn't matter. It's the same number. Other dealers will work other numbers. Like, you know, they're like, oh, you want to sell a car to us? You know, we'll buy it for whatever, you know, $3,000. But, you know, you want to trade it in. Oh, we'll give you a $3,500 trade value or something like that. Like they work it into the deal. Their outcome's probably about the same. But sometimes it makes you feel like you get a little more for it. Anyway, 9.5 times out of 10, it's not a better deal for you.
You think it's worth it to someone's time to go out and sell it on their own?
Okay. Almost every time.
Yeah.
So
what if they have a really, really bad Porsche?
Carvana gave me a price that made no sense on my Porsche. So, you know, I still don't know how that happened. But
they said the number. I don't remember what it was, but it was like
the car or something.
The car was like $9,000 or $10,000. It was not a good car.
No, it was crazy. And I put in every single detail. Like I put like rough idle, needs coil packs, you know, like you know, interior stains, whatever. And
crazy times.
So
what things with the car do you think you can leave go? So I know this would be an easy one, and you touched on it earlier. In Pennsylvania, we have state inspection. You almost can't sell a car at this point. Now, it's not legally mandated. Some states are like that, where it's legally mandated. You have to get it inspected for it'll transfer to occur. I believe that's true in some states. Pennsylvania, it's not. You can sell a car that has not been inspected. So since you don't have to get it inspected, you could put it up and say, it just needs inspected. Don't do that. Everyone says, in my experience,
it'll pass inspection.
Yeah, well, everyone says it'll pass inspection. That's more on the buying side. But on the selling side, everyone's going to ask, why not just get inspected? And it leaves this question mark of, so that's one of the things. There are other things like a check engine light. Some people, I don't care that much about check engine lights. I'll go scan it, see what's up with it. And check engine lights are so easy to be manipulated and turned off that you probably wouldn't know or whatever. But like, my Hummer, for example, has the ABS light on. And it's just a stupid little sensor, all right? but it's a son of a gun to replace. Okay? Do I waste my 3 hours replacing that sensor so that my ABS light goes off, or do I just list it as is and say it has an ABS light on but doesn't affect anything while driving, which is 100% accurate. I'm not misleading anybody.
My advice to you there would be to probably fix it.
Okay.
And if that just is too much, like you just can't bring yourself to do it, I think a full explanation is actually best. To go on there and say, it is an ABS sensor. I know where it's located. It's in a place that's very difficult to access. You have to have tiny hands and you need 3 hours of time. And I just don't want to do it. I would tell them that. I would not say simple fix or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know that I would say, I guess
I would over-explain it.
Yeah, over-explain it. Okay. All right. I like that. I'm just curious. So you think basically selling a 100% good car, obviously selling a 100% good car, if you have a 100% good car, is easier than a car with issues. But there is, on used cars, especially in the cheaper, it's like, man, do I worry about this or do I just send her down the road?
Under 2,000, you probably send it down the road. But with still, just because you think the thing's a turd, make it honest, but make it look nice. Like still don't make the people come and look at something that you just have left all your trash in. So
that's true. We had that recently.
Yeah.
And also, if you think that they didn't follow their order, don't send them a nasty.
Oh, well. Yeah.
Lance got called out.
Sort of. I mean, called out for nothing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But these people sold this vehicle to me. They asked $800. I gave them $800. And when picking it up, just casually in the conversation, like they weren't like giving me a deal or anything like that. They said, that's our price. And I brought them their money. And I said, hey, I'm thinking about fixing this up for a guy at our church. And I go to church and we try to, help out some people that need things. And they took it as me making spending $800 of my own money to like give this to a guy at church, when in fact it was the church had already agreed to help this guy with about $1,500, and I went and put $400 or $500 of repairs into it and got it ready for the guy at church, and he decided that he didn't want it anymore. So anyway, I put it up for sale to recover my $1,500, and they go, "You're selling this thing for $1,500?" No, I had it listed for like $2,000.
Yeah,
and I said, yeah, I listed it for $2,000 with hopes that somebody would offer me $1,500, and I would be able to recover my money. They're like, "You're trying to make a huge profit off of us or something." I was like, "Not even close." Not even close.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you're not this would be in the 80 to 90% of your interactions when you're selling things on Facebook, Craigslist. Actually, if you're selling anything on Craigslist, it's 100% negative.
Yeah, they're psychopaths.
Yeah. You are talking to serial killers at best. All right.
Hide your license plate number.
on there. I would. You smell different when you're awake. Anyways.
All right.
Anything else you want to add before we wrap this thing up? All right. Good luck selling out there.
Yeah.
Just a little effort. A little effort. It doesn't hurt anybody. Be kind. Be courteous.
Be honest.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good night.
Yeah. Good night.
Good day.